Marriage at an older age is like walking three-quarters of a long road on foot and then wanting to continue the last part of the journey with a first-class ticket at the most expensive price. This sentence attributed to Schopenhauer is very strange and different. Many people agree with marriage at an older age, and many others disagree. But the problem arises when even early marriages have their own specific problems and troubles. Just as some marriages at an older age face these same problems, the main reason for this can be the lack of proper mutual understanding. Very often, this issue affects women more. A woman may be unhappy in her marriage because a complete understanding is not formed from her partner's side, and this is very difficult for women and one of the main destructive factors of a romantic relationship. Men's perspectives are very different from women's. Each of these genders has its own viewpoints and characteristics, many of which are not under a person's control and exist within us physiologically. Women have a high level of attention to details, a great deal of empathy, and a very interesting and different emotional intelligence. Here we answer these questions. When do women feel more security and calm? When do they feel truly understood? And what kind of men do they fall in love with in a way that they want to have a sexual relationship with them? At the beginning, we must examine a few very important and interesting concepts from Carl Jung, one of the fathers of psychoanalysis. Carl Jung was truly someone who worked very successfully and practically in defining psychological concepts. Many concepts we use today, such as introversion, extroversion, complex shadow, are all derived from Carl Jung's definitions. Carl Jung's psychological view of women was that he defined four archetypes and four personality types for women, and he described them one by one. He believed that a woman should be able to have all four personalities together. These four personalities are the lover, the mother, the Amazon, and the Madonna, the lady. Number one, the lover. This is the attractive and beautiful part within a woman. The desire for beauty and being beautiful, and attention to sexual and romantic aspects fall under the lover personality. The lover is one of the archetypes that create attraction for men. In fact, the most important outward aspect of any woman is this lover, which can increase or decrease. If this trait diminishes within a woman, it causes a reduction in her attractiveness in the eyes of men. And if there is excess in this area, it causes a man to pay attention only to her sexual aspect, which is also very wrong. The lover does not mean using countless cosmetic procedures, makeup, and artificial beauty to always look attractive. The main point is to preserve the desire for beauty and to value and give importance to beauty and appearance. The desire for beauty is more important and more beautiful than beauty of appearance itself. Number two, the mother. This personality is also called the supportive or nurturing one. This trait exists more or less in all women. It is enough to show a newborn or small child to a woman for her maternal personality to automatically activate. This personality is one of the most important ones because it supports and protects children and also her spouse. Unfortunately, many people think that the mother personality exists only for children, but no, this personality is exactly for the spouse as well. As we know, many women who had a proper mother personality and were able to guide and manage their husbands achieved great success in the future. This allowed them to have both peace within their family and a stable relationship. The mother personality within women helps them correct their spouse if he makes mistakes or goes down the wrong path. Many women are not only mothers to their children, but in a way, they are also mothers to their husbands, always trying to nurture them and stand behind the people they love. What we always hear from the sacred word mother are compassion, sacrifice, and effort to keep the family safe. But even this compassionate personality must be watched carefully because according to Carl Jung, excess and exaggeration in the mother personality makes children and spouses weak, fragile, and lacking self-confidence. Just as excess is bad in everything, excess in the mother personality is also bad. When a mother is overly worried about her children, constantly monitoring where they go, what they do, and who they spend time with, it causes those individuals to gradually become frustrated and discouraged. Yet one of the most important personalities of women is precisely this mother personality, which they must be mindful of. Unfortunately, society often demands only the mother personality from women. That is, many young people, especially young women, after marriage quickly and easily lose their lover personality, and they are expected to set aside their attractiveness and self-care and just be a good mother. While a good mother is also a good lover, as well as a good Amazon and a good Madonna. Number 3, the Amazon or animus. The masculine traits within a woman are called the Amazon or animus. Carl Jung believed that within every man there is a feminine personality called anima, and within every woman there is a masculine personality called animus. The Amazon within a woman represents seriousness, power, focus, and self-reliance. Unfortunately, many women do not know that such an Amazonian personality exists within them. The Amazon personality is necessary for all women to some extent so that they can defend their rights and be strong, so others cannot take advantage of their emotions. But like the other personalities, if this one becomes excessive, according to Jung, it both frightens men and creates aggressive and confrontational behaviors. Although this personality is very helpful, it must be controlled. If this personality is suppressed, it turns the person into someone submissive and oppressed, which is extremely bad. Therefore, great attention must be paid to the Amazon personality because it is important that it does not become excessive, and equally important that it does not become too weak. Balance in the Amazon personality is one of the most important criteria for women to be independent and successful. If women use it correctly, they can easily be successful and also have very good communication in their lives, especially with their life partner. But unfortunately, nowadays we see many cases, especially on social media, where some women come forward with a 100% Amazon personality and completely forget the mother, lover, and Madonna personalities. And unfortunately, they even take pride in this. Number 4, the Madonna or the lady. Modesty, depth of vision, creativity, and spirituality form the last archetype of Carl Jung for women. The Madonna or lady is a personality that reflects and embodies all the good qualities of women. The most important feature of this personality is faithfulness to commitment. She does not abandon her husband in poverty, hardship, or illness. This personality essentially gives self-respect. A lack of Madonna leads to childish behaviors, irrational stubbornness, unnecessary emotions, shallow thinking, and odd behavior. Women's dignity and grace come from the Madonna personality, which must be cultivated within oneself. It is a very important archetype, and according to Jung, one of the things that allows women to reach true inner peace and to transmit this real peace to their family, husband, and children is precisely this Madonna. Ultimately, women must experience these four personalities throughout their lifetime and reach a balanced level of each of them. These four archetypes are like the four legs of a bed for a good and stable life. If any one of them is too much or too little, the bed loses its balance. Now that we know these personalities, we can better understand why women avoid certain men, because those men have no understanding of these foundations. Of course, the opposite is also true. Men also avoid women who have too much Amazon personality, because such women do not give them feminine calm and peace. Women are more inclined to have relationships with someone who understands and respects all four of their personalities. If one day your wife feels bad or is emotionally unwell, you should be able to understand which of these four personalities she is in. A man must love all four personalities of a woman. Women are willing to give their entire being to a man who wholeheartedly accepts and understands these four personalities. At the same time, it must be said that women themselves must maintain the balance of these four golden pillars and avoid excess in any of these personalities.